What is your brand purpose? It's a question that I ask a lot when I go out to see potential clients, leads, etc. And the reason being, we focus really as much on branding and brand strategy as much as the end or the following result, which is the marketing of that brand. Many clients kind of get too caught up in marketing their way out of any issue or marketing their way to a new target audience. Now, a lot of the time this works, don't get me wrong, and we work with clients on marketing initiatives and we encourage them to have between 8 and 15 successful marketing streams within their business. But fundamentally what's important is the brand and the brand strategy. What is the brand purpose? What is the personality? And is this clearly communicated? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean a redesign of a logo, a new logo, etc., etc. But what it does mean is actually defining who the business is, defining who you are, what makes you different, and who your target audience is. It's kind of usual for businesses to have several target audiences, but what's incredibly important to realise is that because we're in the relationship era of marketing, that brands now have to be more wholesome, depending on, of course, who your target audience is. So we have to consider many different avenues. We can't be overly cold and corporate. We've got to kind of consider that we need to do business with people, and people now are looking for additional kind of love handles, if you like, when it comes to what is different about the company, and is this something within the company, within their kind of within their vision, mission, culture, the company ethos that they can hang on to and they can justify spending their money with over a competitor. So we would love to work with companies on those kind of aspects, and basically companies get incredibly energized, they get incredibly excited about it. And one of my longest standing clients from the 90s, we throughout 2018 we went through a retainer process where they buy my services on a monthly basis, and we went through a whole kind of rebrand. Now, we haven't changed the logo, we've implemented some new colourways, but we've also developed their kind of vision, mission, culture. We've developed lots of brochureware, marketing related collateral, and helped them implement a marketing division internally within their own company so they can carry on doing all the wonderful marketing aspects through the marketing plan that they've developed. But fundamentally, when it comes to brand strategy and branding, we've created brand guidelines, etc., so they can roll on for the next sort of 5-10 years now, as well as refreshing some of their marketing. But their brand is very solid, it's in place, and people can connect with it. And when you decide what your brand is, such as honest, openness, trustworthy, etc., everything starts to fall into place, and marketing opportunities begin to arise. So rather than just being another business within your sector, suddenly you've got some very clear and defined aspects about your business and your business's personality that helps to inspire marketing strategies that will connect to your target audience. It's very usual for a business, whether they're sort of a charitable business or like a project, etc., you're going to have like potentially several different target audiences. So we like to put meat on the bones and understand who we're talking with. Now, what we do here is a free brand and marketing review. So it's everything out on the table. It's understanding who you are as a business, where you want to take it in the next few years, along with your brand. You know, you can be the business that you want to be. So if you've been in business for a few years and you've got new services on board but they're not being promoted, and actually some aspects of your brand doesn't really reflect where you want to take the business, then it's important to review that before you market, before you start shouting about the business. And similarly, if you're a new business, if you've got limited cash, etc., it's important you can do as much as possible yourselves, but also consider speaking with a professional, even if it's for some free advice. So we offer a free review. It's everything out on the table. It's to kind of understand who you are, where you want to go, who your target audience is, if it's a project or a campaign, what is it that is necessary to do, and what are the outcomes that you're looking for, and we can balance that off. And also, interestingly, when we work with established businesses, it's kind of interesting looking at the sales process when it comes to how do they get inquiries, how do they get leads, and how do they go through the sales funnel. Because ultimately, 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of drop-off. And companies kind of think they're being successful, but actually with a few tweaks and with some informative marketing in place or clarity of brand, etc., could fill that funnel 10 times more. So it's incredibly powerful what can be done, and we love what we do. So if that is of interest, if you'd like a free review, then by all means get in contact in the usual ways through LinkedIn. Have a look at my website, mrflynn.co.uk. There's some good testimonials on there and case studies related to sort of business, education and charitable clients. And I'd love to hear from you. I love what I do and I love helping. So hope to hear from you soon. Cheers now. Bye.